It is the honor of my life to be your congressman. In Washington, I'm a marked man. Online, sometimes I'm a canceled man. By the deep state, sometimes I'm a wanted man. But everywhere I go, I'm a Florida man. I'm a boggy boy, and it's good to be home in Niceville, Florida today. There are so many important jobs that happen each and every day in our community. I just had the opportunity to meet with some of the folks on the front lines in the battle against this pandemic. The nurses, the hospital administrators, those who engage in activities and social services for our seniors and nursing home residents. Do me a favor and give a hand to those who are fighting and winning against this virus. But here in Florida, we're not going to go the way of California and New York and New Jersey. We're going to ditch the lockdown governors. We're not going to ditch the American way of life. There is no stimulus in Washington, D.C. that can do more for our people than a free and open economy where our children can learn, where our entrepreneurs can prosper, and where we can ensure the best days for our community are still ahead of us. In this community, one of the things that drives us each and every day, that's not just a feature of our community, but the bedrock of our community, are our military families and our veterans. There are a lot of places in America where they don't want more military mission. They think it might be just a little too loud, a little too much of a hassle. Well, we got a saying in the South, I think it applies to our military. Y'all come. We love having you here. We love living in the community that is the friendliest community in America to the military, to our patriots, and to our veterans. I'm proud to tell you that during the 4 years of the Trump administration, the number of uniformed military grew by 7%. But we did a little better than that. It grew 13% in Florida's 1st Congressional District because we'll take all the mission we can get. Our fellow Northwest Floridians reach for the heavens and study everything that's going on in space right over in Walton County. Here in Okaloosa County, the research mission at Eglin Air Force Base has never been more important, never been better funded. We're not going to win the battles that matter against China over the next 50 years without having the most dominant military on the planet Earth, and the scientists and the engineers and the test pilots and the maintainers that are working at Eglin Air Force Base are building that future and ensuring that American victory is never out of reach for our country. I was just up today at the 7th Special Forces Group, where they go deep into the fight, where they take heavy casualties, where they do what is necessary to protect our country and ensure that if we've got to fight the terrorists, that's not a home game, that's an away game. We're incredibly proud of them, and while I believe that we ought to have the strongest, most capable military on the planet Earth, able to vanquish any foe, that we should not always send our best to fight in some of the worst places in the world that simply aren't worth the blood of our bravest patriots and our best Americans. I'm glad that Donald Trump was the first president in my lifetime not to start a new war. And we're bringing more of our troops home because we believe that the way to make America great is not to export America to some distant land, but to be the best, most inspiring version of ourselves. That's the way to ensure that people want to adopt our values. They're not going to adopt them at the edge of a spear or a sword. It is by inspiring people, and that's what I think we can do each and every day in our country. And if we can't export America to some foreign land, we certainly can't import it across our southern border with policies of the Biden administration that, to me, seem to be embracing all the wrong incentives. You know, catch and release is a bad policy. Trump was right to end it, and the crisis we see mounting on our border right now is a direct consequence of the failures of the Biden administration. Today, just today, there will be tens of thousands of people who will come across our border without permission, without consequence. They'll be processed through a center and then just sent out into our country. When Donald Trump was president, those folks were sent back to Guatemala City. And you know what? The cartels got the message that we're not going to be played by third world narcos in the greatest country that has ever existed on the planet Earth. And if we were real serious, we would end birthright citizenship by fraud in the United States. And if we do that, it is absolutely my belief that the best days for America are still ahead. Who would you rather be other than us? We're the freest people, the most prosperous people, and with policies based on sound money, sound decisions, we can get back there again.